Well, hello there. And this is Auntie. And I am here to do my review of Married at First Sight, Season 13, Episode 5, Keys to My Heart. Lord. Are y'all ready for this review? Let's get started.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie. Everybody needs
with a whoop whoop and a boop boop.
auntie that everybody needs.
You can't make this up.
Now you know that these are some crazy motherfuckers.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie.
So why even fuckers?
Aunties and lives, sweet old auntie. Aunties and ways. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Well, welcome back, everybody. And this is Auntie. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for joining the family. To all of my nieces and nephews who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. Y'all, if I had to rate this episode of Married at First Sight, Season 13, Episode 5, Keys to My Heart, it would probably be a C. Yeah. Let's keep it at a C. Y'all know what? This is getting crazy already. I have not been out to do my reviews on this. This is supposed to be members only, of course. We know that. But since I have missed so many of them, I figured let's go on and get into it, right? I can't even think of what couple I want to cover first. It's such a hodgepodge of bull crap that's going on with these particular people, right? But let's get into it. So we're going to get into it from the easiest to the hardest for me. Okay, the ones I thought had the most drama for their mom, for your mama. Okay, the first couple I want to talk about is Ryan and Brett. Ryan and Brett come from two different paths, and I don't know whether or not this is going to work. Now, he is a what you call a serial dater. And of course, when he saw Brett, he was, interested in him. Right now, they're on their honeymoon. And so we're watching the drama unfold slowly but surely. Brett is extremely uptight and believes that if she is able to have these hard conversations, that she will fall deeper in love with Ryan. To me, that says I'm not attracted to you. Y'all let me know down in the comment section. But I think that's, in other words, i.e., I'm not really attracted to you. So I got to build up on that. She wants him to have these hard conversations about their life, their future, and all of that. And I just think that she needs to kind of like pump her brakes and relax on it a little bit. The two of them went to they were getting body massages. And she decided that she wanted to talk about the future. And he was like, okay, I want to talk about the future too. Let's talk about when we gonna get it in. That was his concern. He wanted to know when they gonna get it in and all of that kind of stuff. And for her, she felt like, it was a question that was inappropriate because the two of them were, laying there naked and getting massages. And I'm saying, girl, either she's attracted to him or she's not attracted to him. Ryan is attracted to her, but I think that because he's a serial dater, that he's the type of person that really needs to, be intimate and then see how it's going to work out. And so I think that they're coming from two different angles. Hopefully it'll all meet in the middle. She, I like her for right now. I think I like her, but the jury is still out on that. Okay. Now, the next couple I want to talk about is Jose and Rachel, and I'm seeing the same thing with the two of them. Rachel has been taught, like many women, that, you got to be independent. You got to stand on your feet. You can't be dependent on a man. She mentioned that her father said that, if you get married to somebody, he can walk away. So, girl, make sure you got your degree. Make sure you got your money. Make sure you got all of that kind of stuff. But what her father didn't talk about was the matter of the heart, because at the end of the day, the heart is what really matters. Is the material things, all of that stuff can come and go. But she's so independent that she doesn't see the romance that Jose is trying to give to her. But then on the other hand, Jose sat up there and told her that he wanted to brush her damn teeth. And he's into that feeding thing because, I guess this is what, he sees as romantic. And so the two of them, he has property, he's got it going on. She's got it going on her end. But she has not been financially responsible where he has. And so, to me, it's almost like a yin to a yang. He wants to be the man. He wants to take care of her in every way. He wants to satisfy her. And she does not see that as romance. She sees it as control. And I think it comes from a lot of her background. Again, having these conversations with her father, maybe seeing these things in her life, but she's very uptight when he is only trying to romance her. And that is a huge concern in this relationship, because he just wants to love her and romance her. But even still, she, in this particular episode, she went and had a boat rented for them and they went fishing. And that was because she listened to what he likes. He was ecstatic about her even realizing and listening to what it is that he needs or he likes in this particular relationship. And so she won major brownie points with him. And for her, it's important that she satisfies her man, but yet and still, she doesn't realize that some of the stuff that Jose wants to do with her is satisfying her. He wants the same thing. Jose is going to have to really back off. And I'm saying, sometimes you think that you want something, and then when you get it, you don't really appreciate it, or you really don't know what it is that you have. She did tell him, when you wanted to brush my teeth and when you wanted to feed me, I'm not a little child. Not understanding that until he said something to her, that this is just my way of romancing you and trying to, satisfy the wife. Now, Brett and Ryan said that the two of them are just lovey-dovey. They are passionate. and all of that, they've been kissing and, all that kind of stuff has been going on between the two of them. I don't know whether or not they've, consummated their marriage. And frankly, I think they have. I think that they just not kissing and telling. Write down in the comment section what y'all think about it. But it just seems like, with the way that they're acting with one another, that something done went down up in the bedroom. But I mean, it ain't none of my business, right? But I really do see her really, possibly sabotaging this relationship because of her independence. And it's nothing wrong with being independent, but now she has to be a partner. She told him that she did, she's looking at the way that he does his finances. And she said that she's not, saving. And she really, aspires to be like him, and he can help her. They start talking about joint accounts. She said no. He said, the money will go into the joint account, and then that will pay all the bills, because she wants to do everything 50-50. And so he says that the money can come into the account, and then as you need, whatever is left, you can spend it. She said, well, no, that feels like I'm getting an allowance. So I think that, she has to relax and allow someone to love her. And sometimes when you are an independent woman and you've been doing things by yourself for so long, it's hard to not do it. But everything that she sees him do, she's suspicious about it, because she believes he's trying to take her independence away from her. I'm hoping that at some point in this relationship that she chills out. I hope she really, really chills out. These ladies on this Married at First Sight, they're a little different, right? They all just seem to have this, God, how can I explain it? They're all extremely independent women who allegedly haven't been in relationships. But if you look at the other show, she indicated she just got out of a relationship in order to be on the show. Now, I don't know what was going on in the relationship that she was in before, but she probably needed to give it more time. And maybe the person that she was with just, she wasn't partnered with the right person. So, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, y'all. I just, these women are very independent. And, it's like, you wish somebody would come along and say, you know what, baby, I got everything. I be banking my stuff. I would be banking all my coins. But when you're dealing with matters of the heart, that's different. The next person that I want to talk about, y'all, let me make sure I get her name right. Zach and Michaela. Now, they had just gotten married, and allegedly, I thought, hold on, y'all. Thank you so much, Nebra, for the $10 super chat. Love your show, Auntie. Love you too. Thank you, Boo, for the $10 super chat. This girl right here is on my last nerve. How selfish of an individual is she? Now, they all got married, and I thought that they COVID tested everybody, but evidently they don't, or somebody at the wedding had COVID, because we see him and Michaela, I think that's how you pronounce her name. saying that he wasn't feeling good. And as soon as he said he wasn't feeling good, I was like, oh, hell, he probably got COVID. Sure enough, he does. He is in the same room with her and talking to her about it and saying that he has COVID. And this inconsiderate woman is mad with him and appears to be taking it personal as a personal dig to her that he got COVID. Michaela. Okay, thank you. She said it's Michaela, Auntie. Okay, thank you. She is fussing about not being able to be with her husband. He's saying, I got it. I tested positive. You tested negative. And I'm trying to protect you. I indicated on the first show, okay, let me turn the comments off because I saw somebody make a comment that kind of irritated me. And so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to turn the comments off so I don't completely kirk out. Okay, so hold on a second. Let me turn these off. What's wrong with Sam? What's wrong with this mouse? Hold on. There we go. Comments off. Auntie, don't look. Let your moderators handle it. All right, I'm back focused. Okay. So she's upset and she's saying, now I done brought all this stuff, preparing to be on this honeymoon with you. And I made all these plans. Well, so did he. He made plans to be with her. His plan was not to get COVID. Now, of course, we all know that they're, in Florida, right? They're in the Keys. And so he had every intention of enjoying his vacation. He didn't know that he was going to be sick. But one thing about him is that he cared enough about her to go and sleep in another room so that he would not infect her if his COVID test came up positive like it did. But she's angry with him and making a big deal out of it and has taken this as a personal attack against herself. I told y'all in the very beginning, I did not like her. There's a lot of people who like her bubbly personality, and it ain't nothing wrong with having a bubbly personality. But when they said Hurricane K, that was a hint for she might just be a little bit over the top. And while your family may deal with that, bringing that kind of personality and that kind of attitude into a marriage is a no-no. To me, she showed that she was very selfish, uncaring, didn't have any compassion for her husband, because every time we saw her, she was complaining about the fact that she could not be with her husband and didn't understand it. Now, what I didn't like was seeing him laying outside on a bench with palm trees behind him, because how many people was around him that he could have infected? That be in the air. You need to quarantine. Now, I understand that, Zach. Why ain't your ass quarantined? Now, I can see if he was on a balcony in his hotel, but bitch, you outside in the public area with COVID. I'm not understanding why people are not taking responsibility and really thinking about what you do may have a ripple effect on somebody else. Now you protecting your wife, but you ain't protecting anybody. Who the hell did you go past? And what kind of did you have on in order to protect those people that work in a hotel and all of that kind of stuff? Now, she ended up leaving and going back early because she was like, my husband and I decided it would be best. Yeah, because you probably was bitching, moaning, and complaining. This girl does not appear to have any compassion for anybody but herself. She seems to be very spoiled and entitled. And I think that, since they, consummated the marriage after she got her hair braided, and she felt like she could be wild and free with her hair, that she really wants that part of the relationship. I'm not saying that she does for a fact, because I don't know for a fact, but it appears that that's what she wants. Now, she had called Rachel on the phone to tell Rachel, because they was wondering where they were. And she had called Rachel on the phone, and Rachel was like, well, you know what? This is the time where they need to really be bonding. They got 8 weeks. Okay. They got weeks to bond with one another, and a lifetime if they stay married. Now, from my understanding, they are not even together anymore. And we'll see whether or not that's true. But from my understanding, they're not together anymore, and they don't need to be together. First of all, he gets into a relationship and, he's never even been in love before. Not that he can't fall in love with her, but he doesn't know what love is and what love is not if he's never experienced love. And so, and she is wanting to say, I got a husband. I's married now. It's too much. This girl is extremely self-centered and just not, in my opinion, grounded enough to be with him and to teach him what love is, and acceptance and compassion and empathy and sympathy and putting you first, because she definitely was not willing to put him first. He had to insist and go through a whole bunch of arguments. Don't nobody want nobody like that. The hell is going on? I'm not getting it. Maybe it's just me, but I'm not getting it. I'm telling y'all, I feel like we're going to be on a serious roller coaster ride with her emotionally. And I think that the other couples are going to struggle like we did last year with Chris and Paige. That every time she's around, there's going to be an issue. I don't know if this is really her personality or if she is playing this up for the cameras. I don't know. But there's just something about her that I never connected to. And I just, I don't like her. The next couple I want to talk about is Jimmy and Bao. Damn if I ain't in love with them. But as she said, she's a damn self-saboteur. And can't bask in the fact that she got a man. What the hell? Bitch. Excuse me, y'all. Bitch. Got it. Hold on. Damn moth. You open up the door in the summertime, bitch, they coming in. So anyway, Jimmy is really falling for Bao. He is one of those guys, according to him, that in the past, he would make the woman, express her feelings about him before he would express his. But he has found himself in a lot of like with Bao. They have a lot of things in common. Of course, we all know that the two of them had already known one another. They didn't really know, but he ghosted her, right? when they were met up in college, right? Because they were on these different what do you call it? What they was doing? Whatever. They were on these different organizations or sororities, fraternities. I don't know what the hell it was. I guess it was organizations. And so they knew one another. And he had a reputation, according to Bao, he had a reputation for being, he had frequent flyer miles around campus, allegedly, according to Bao. So the two of them already knew one another. And so she had invited him to go with her to an event because she did not want to go alone. And he ghosted her. He didn't show up. Bao, I think, has held that in her heart. While she is, moving forward with this, I think that she got a little bit of, I'm going to get you for ghosting me. Because it's been coming up multiple times. Now, I know that some of this stuff is edged on or maybe, suggested by the producers to continue to talk and, down a certain line. But I think that she really was hurt at the fact that he ghosted her. Because there was an occasion in this particular episode where she brought it up. And she brought it up in like one of them kind of revengeful type of ways, like na. So anyway, he finds himself liking her. He talks to, Jose, and they go to a shop and he says he wants to have a romantic dinner with her. He goes and looks for an outfit for her to wear. He looks for an outfit for himself. And he is admiring Jose. He likes how Jose moves. He like his, he likes Jose's swag. And then, Jose died like, his little mentor. And so, Jose told him just go ahead on and put it on out there, right? And I think that he's probably looking at the connection between Jose and Rachel, but that doesn't mean that connection is going to always be there, because at the end of the day, you got two flawed individuals coming together as one. But anyway, he finds an outfit and he, makes a decision that he wants to tell her how he feels about her. Now, prior to this, when they woke up in the morning, he sleeps with this pillow between the two of them, right? Because he had this pillow, and so they got the pillow between them. He's been wanting to be romantic with her, but he says she's hot and cold, she's up and down, she's leading him on, then she leads him off. She's doing, she's giving him mixed signals, so he doesn't know which way to go. He's been wanting to get past, that friend zone, if you will, place with her. And so I guess this is his attempt to do that by letting her know, this is how I feel about you. And so when they got up that morning, he told her that it was some little creatures or whatever in the room. And so this was his way of telling her that she snores. And she played with him and hit him with the pillow. Oh, damn it. She did all of that kind of stuff. Later on, we discover that it wasn't as funny as he thought, or as she led him to believe that she was okay with it. She is slick ass somebody, okay? She's slick, and she throws little jabs. Now, by her own admission, she's a self-saboteur. And a self-saboteur usually can't be happy in relationships because they always sabotaging. So anyway, at the end of the day, they go out. He has a picnic for her, a picnic on the beach. And he has roses. He gave her the outfit, when they were in the room. He was like, I brought this for you. It's an extra large. And she was like, how did you know I wore extra large? Oh my God, you've got the price tag on it. What difference do it make? What difference do it make? Or does it make that the price tag is still on it? You petty as hell. So anyway, he has a little button-up shirt, because he really wants this to be nice. And, as a man, he wants to do this. And he said this is not something that he usually initiates. He doesn't usually do stuff like this. And so, he did this for her. And so the two of them, go down to the beach, and she's overwhelmed with joy and appreciation. And she says nobody has ever done that for her. And she, is touched by the gesture. And then he begins to tell her how he feels about her. And he tells her that, he really likes her a lot. And if she doesn't like him like he likes her, they can finish out the evening and the rest of the vacation. But he wanted her to know, he said he usually does not do this. And so she leans into him and tells him that the feeling is mutual and gives him a kiss. And so he then goes on and makes a mistake by talking too much. Lay in the moment, Jim. Jimmy, lay in the moment, damn it. He then goes on and makes a mistake and tells her that he's dated over 100. He's had over 100 first dates. What the hell he do that for? Because she is, in my opinion, one of them vindictive type of bitches. She says, well, if he hadn't ghosted me, maybe he wouldn't have had to date 100 women to find me. This right here lets me know that you ain't over being ghosted. And that for the rest of this relationship, that's going to keep coming up. Whether to his face or behind his back, it's going to keep coming up. See, he don't know she's saying it. I'm sure he hears it now. So he's thinking he's had this romantic date with her. They all at the beach and everything. It's all romantic. He's going to go back in and he's going to get it in. Or at least get to the place where there's some intimacy, some touching, some feeling. Because for him, he needs that. Her love language is totally different from his love language. And so, and I've noticed that with almost all these couples, almost all of their asses got love languages that don't match. Do they do the love language test? Anyway, they go back. He says, well, can we remove the pillow? She says, sure, the pillow was yours. That was your idea. So they removed the pillow and everything. And guess what? He tells her he wants her closer. So she moves in closer up on him. And she says, you know what? I need to tell you something. He's like, okay. Thinking, she's going to say something romantic. She said, it really fucked with me when you was teasing me about my snoring. So he was like, what? Now, mind you, that morning she was laughing with him about it. Now, this evening, the little witch then came out. Now, he didn't already told her on the beach that you hot one minute, you cold the next. You available one minute, next minute you unavailable. You seem like you like me one minute, the other minute you don't. And here it is, they done had this romantic evening. The pillow has been moved, that has been separating the two of them from laying up in each other's arms at night. And she tells him that she was offended that he teased her about her snoring. She said when she was in camp, she was a camp instructor. And she had to share a cabin with other people. And that people made fun of her because she snored. So she found herself not sleeping. So she didn't like that he did. He was like, well, now that I, when I laugh and giggle and joke and, throw shade and stuff like that, it's all just bantering and I don't mean any harm. But now since I know that you have that problem, I won't f with you like that no more. And I'm thinking you taking a romantic opportunity, an opportunity to bond with him. Since you say you like him and the feeling was mutual. And you will take that opportunity and just blow it. By being petty and talking about some damn snoring. And your experience as a child. Self-fucking saboteur. For real. Self-saboteur. Now, let me put my glasses on so I can try to get this chick's name right, okay? Because I think y'all going to Gil and Myla. I hope I said her name right. Let me look at the comments to see if I said her damn name again. Her name right. Okay. Let me tell y'all something. What the hell? It's on my shirt. Let me tell y'all something. What is this? I don't like Gil. I see his passive aggressive ass. Y'all say, what, Auntie? Gil passive aggressive lips lippity talking mother. He passive aggressive than a. Let me tell you something. She is who she is. She's never made any apology for who she is. She said that she afford that money mean a lot to her. Because she grew up and she had none. And so for her, she's ambitious. She didn't set herself up with him. The fucking judges did. But all he is doing is sitting up there, throwing it in her face and making jokes out of it. Now, that's when you done went too far. He goes down with the other couples. She's back up in the hotel room and she's working. Yes, Pamela Cleveland. She is working. He's downstairs. Outside with all the other couples. And all he did was drag her. All he did was say, my wife is materialistic. My wife is, high maintenance. My wife is this and my wife is that. In front of all the other couples. He didn't have anything good to say about that woman. Nothing. You down there badmouthing her. When doing too much. If doing too much was a person, it would be Gil. Bitch, you doing too much. You all out of pocket. What do you have to say about the girl? The girls have already met her. And here you gonna sit up here and drag her in front of all the other men. She materialistic. She says she can pay for it. She got a skin face regimen. She can pay for it. She's beautiful. She can pay for it. She just ain't one of those type of chicks that you're going to be able to say and do whatever you want to say and do with. She is not one time, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. Y'all may be dragging me, but she ain't dragging him. She's not dragging him. And it's funny that you see it as she's negative, but don't see it as he is negative. When she is accustomed to living a certain lifestyle, She didn't like the inn. She didn't like the place where she was staying at. She was verbal about that. If I don't like a hotel, I'm going to say I don't like it either. If she has a higher standard of living, she's just supposed to choke it up. Well, maybe she should have. Maybe she should not have said that. But out of all the things and all the conversations that they had, that's what the producers decided to put out there, that she didn't like the hotel, to try to make it look like Gil is humble. Bitch, I see you. I've been around a long time and I see Gil. He's doing too much. Way too much. Because it's a man's job to protect a woman, not to go out there and drag her. And then he's in everybody's business because he ain't getting no kiss. I've never been in a relationship where I ain't got no kiss. Well, bitch, this the first one. She said, I want to be connected to you. And it's mighty funny that, you know, nobody's judging the other couples that's not doing it, but this couple, you know, they shedding a light on it. I see the narrative they're trying to draw with her. She hasn't lied to him. And I think that she believes that he's an attractive man. She didn't get what she wanted. Matter of fact, she got a couple of things that she asked the experts not to give her, which was a bald-headed man. So if she's not right out attracted to him, okay, that's valid. I told y'all about a date that I went out with a mofo and he was fat and I was like, you can't, why would you lie about something that's easily verifiable? So you're going to criticize me because you gave me something that I didn't ask for. She didn't ask for that. Now I know you're not going to get everything, but God damn. And he goes down there around everybody and drags her ass in front of and they was like, I wonder what she would think if she was sitting down here. I wonder what she would too. Or would he have said it? And then everything he goes back to, you materialistic, you high maintenance. Now right now she's taking it in. She eating macaroons. And he's saying they bougie cookies. What the fuck is bougie about a macaron? Just because you ain't never had one and you ain't never experienced it, don't mean it's a bougie cookie. But he's antagonizing her with this. And he has the nerve to have a list tongue. My brother. She look good enough on the outside for you to kiss. But she ain't good enough on the inside for you to protect her flaws. Bitch, you doing too much. He's sitting up there, attraction between Brett and Ryan has to grow. They're trying to grow that attraction. But it ain't okay for her to take that same amount of time. Because she materialistic. Because she can afford the finer things. Until I see her just be a straight bitch, I see him. He takes her on a fucking airplane. She says, I have motion sickness. Motion sickness is real. What's wrong with her saying I got motion sickness? But you know what she said? This is something he wants to do. But you know what? He was banking on her saying no. He was banking on her being difficult. While she's complaining about things that are around her, he complaining about her. So in my opinion, she's the lesser of the two evils because she ain't dragging him like he dragging her. How fucking disrespectful. Can you imagine women coming back and talking to your girls and having them tell you that he said all this stuff about you behind your back? Put yourself in her place just for a moment. Just for a moment. She said she ain't like the hotel. She said she ain't like him. She's an educator. He admires her, but is he a little envious and jealous? The fuck. Absolutely, AH. He knows he can't afford her. And so where she says money is important to me because I never had it. He says, well, money don't mean nothing to me. Bitch, you's lying. She goes up into the airplane. She's a trooper. She's a trooper. Ryan got irritated. If you all remember, Ryan got irritated with Brett because Brett was uncomfortable on the plane. But it's okay for them. You don't look at it the same way. But he got upset with her. Ain't nobody saying nothing about Brett. But she can't tell him she got motion sickness because she got a little bit of money and don't mind spending it on the stuff she wants to spend it on. It's a double standard here. He doing too much. He too extra. And so when she finds out, do you think that's going to get him a kiss? When she finds out all the stuff he said about it, is that going to make her affectionate towards him? But then she going to be the bitch because she ain't going to give him what he want. Because you ain't even protecting my honor. You down here bad-mouthing me in front of couples. You don't know them people. And like she said, we still strangers. I don't know you. What's his real motive? So she gets on the plane. She does it as long as she can. And then after she said, you know what? I'm feeling ill. Can we just please land now? She ain't make no big deal out of it. She ain't hollering. She ain't scream. She didn't curse him out. And she should be celebrated by him. He gives her a little bit of kudos, but not the kudos she deserved. Because he got to make sure that he let everybody know she high maintenance. What the fuck is wrong with being high maintenance? Is that a crime now? To want to look your best, feel your best, get the products and stuff that you want to get your nails done, your eyelashes, your massages, your pedicures, going to Ulta's or Sephora or Nordstrom's to get your makeup as opposed to going to CVS and Walgreens. Bitch, does that make one high maintenance? What is high maintenance? If I'm maintaining myself, it's low maintenance to you, because she done already told him she can pay for her own. And if she's not going to change her lifestyle because this is the lifestyle that she's become accustomed to. But because you got this woman who, sitting up, high, you know what I'm saying, got a high position and everything, now all of a sudden that makes you low? No, my brother, build your self-esteem up. It's not robbery for her to take care of herself. Fuck that. You think that the man that comes into my life is not going to be possibly saying, Auntie, you high maintenance? And Where's the crime? What's wrong with me taking care of myself? That's what made you attracted to me. He was attracted to her when he saw her high maintenance ass body. With his tongue sticking out like this. Steady licking lollipops all day. Bitch, high maintenance you. Don't sit up there and downgrade and make that woman who has a certain lifestyle that she has grown accustomed to, make her out to be a bad guy because she's grown accustomed to living that way. The shade that he has been throwing, trying to make her feel bad. He said her face routine is something serious. Bitch, if you want to preserve your skin, you better have you a cotton freaking good moisturizer, a good cleaner, and all of that kind of. You better. And guess what, Doja Cat, and all the rest of y'all that's saying it, and I'm just saying it. He's a complainer too, because he's complaining about her. He's no less complaining. He is complaining worse than her. And the mother didn't even ask her, didn't even take the time out to ask her or listen to what she likes. He made a decision that he was going to go on fly, and bitch, you going to have to get with it. And if you don't, you difficult. The rest of the men trying to consider their women. Not him. Bitch, I'm here for an adventure. And you better get with it, or you going to look like you're the bad guy. That you're complaining. Breakfast is one of my favorite meals. Bitch, don't bring me no croissant. It asks me to have no continental breakfast. I want a protein too. And saying what it is that you like and what you don't like is a complaint? I guess so. But is it valid? Yeah, it depends on where you're walking at. I'm going to tell you right now, I see the picture that they're trying to paint, and I am not going to go for this picture that they're trying to paint about this woman. I'm not going for it. Because I know that I have a lot of women who are with me, doctors, lawyers, high-level women. And I ain't no daggone way in the world, if your money can afford for you to live a better life, that you don't need to live a better life. Fuck that. I got too many subscribers out here that are educated women and doing it by themselves. And just because I got a man who don't care about that stuff, don't mean I got to lower the bar for him. That ain't what it means. At all. I'm not lowering the bar for him. I'm not going to sacrifice so he can feel good as a man. I'm not doing it. And bitch, if I'm used to staying in better accommodations than this, then okay. Get with it, buddy. You ain't paying for it anyway. You ain't paying for it. I see what they're trying to do. But as far as I'm concerned, he been complaining about her. And I don't know if she will ever see this. But girl, I got you until you show me that you different. But I got you because I see how he is. Nobody wants to be with a man that's talking about them behind their back. And everybody's sitting there. And you know he was dead ass wrong because everybody was sitting there uncomfortable. Even the men. Everybody was uncomfortable because you having inappropriate conversations about your wife that's going to get back. And then he called himself, trying to bring up an issue about a kiss. Don't nobody want to kiss that lip. You looking good until you open up your mouth, son. You know what? I shouldn't be. Thank you for saying that. She said, even the people that live in the Keys said this is not the place for a honeymoon. It didn't look like a honeymoon joint. It just looked like something that they picked up during COVID that had enough hotel staff. Absolutely. Yes, he did. They show Brett defending her from Gil's public trashing. I am not buying the story that she's a bitch. And it makes me so angry because when a woman is in power and has empowered herself and built a certain lifestyle, she's a bitch. She's difficult. But when a man does it, he's a boss. Take your look. You know what? Everybody's occupation is respectable. But I'm going to tell you, Gil, if you keep on, I'm going to drag you on this channel. She didn't ask you to do any of that for her. She's coming to the table with a meal. Whether you're going to eat it or not, that's besides the point. You may got a cheeseburger, she may have filet mignon. But if you step into the role of being a man, a protector, a lover, then you can eat off that same filet mignon. And you can learn how to get an appetite for it. A burger is appropriate when it's a burger. I'm not buying this story. Lifetime, producers of Maves. I've been looking at the show too long to know when y'all trying to spin a fucking narrative. And this is a narrative that's being spun. Gil, you doing too much. And you got an attitude and a complex, and you got insecurities because she won't kiss you. So now all of a sudden, just because she won't kiss you means that she don't like you. That ain't what that means. She's being very clear with you. Oh, she was? I love Bondi. Please tell Bondi Auntie said hi. She said Bondi Blue was saying the same thing, Auntie. And I ain't even looked at her review on it. I'm just talking about mine. But isn't it something? When two women are saying the same thing, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. She's not Paige. She's not a mat he gonna walk over top of. And just because somebody do something don't mean you gotta be grateful and thankful for every damn thing. Just because somebody's doing something for you, they feel like, you know what, don't let me go down that line. You doing something for me, and because you bitch. Let me end this. Anyway, y'all. This is the end of my review of Married at First Sight. Y'all, don't forget that Next, you know what? I won't even say it. But anyway, thank you all so much for being patient. To my members, it's coming. Okay. But yeah. Let me know down in the comment section. Some of y'all may not agree with what I said. You know what? This is America. And you can disagree, right? But you know, just make sure we disagree. What y'all saying? Okay. Cause I know I wouldn't have stayed up in that looking like a bitch. Bitch, did you see it? That's probably why the family came in there and put the car freaking thing in Jimmy in them room and said they ain't sleeping on this. You know, they said, you know, it was 1,000 babies was laying on there, you know, and that's supposed to be. His family said, this daggone hotel so fucked up. We gonna have to go ahead on to put our own bed linens up on this bitch. Come on, y'all. We saw what was it? Oh my God, was it Brett and Ryan? They were laying in there with a different kind of blanket. They had some kind of blanket on it with all this writing and stuff on it. People is changing their linens up in that mother. Y'all know what? Y'all know what? You got peep game. You got a peep game. Go back and look at the blanket and stuff like that that they had up in there. That joint is different from what they have. There's something going on up in them. The daggone sheets is probably 20 count sheets. When she probably used to be sleeping on 500, 5,000 thread sheets. Girl, no ma'am, Pamela. No ma'am, Pam. It is what it is. Anyway, y'all, that's the end of my review. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. Thank you to my moderators who always keep the room nice and safe. I appreciate it and I love you all to pieces. Okay. Until the next time, y'all stay safe. Love you. Bye.